Hello, this is Vani Maradi, Assistant Professor of Law, Vignaneshwar Government Law College, Kalburgi, Karnataka. I welcome you all for today's video class. In the previous video we have discussed about the definition of partnership under the Indian Partnership Act 1932, then rights of partners, duties of partners, various kinds of partners. So all these things we have discussed in the previous video, and today we will be learning about the registration of the partnership firm. So whether partnership firm has to be registered, is it mandatory, compulsory? So the answer is it is not mandatory. It is left to the discretion of the partners whether to register it or not. But if once but it is advisable to register it, because registered firm enjoys special rights, those which are not available to the non-registered, registered or unregistered firm. So for the registration of a partnership firm, application form has to be filled along with the fees and stamp duty. The application should contain the general details, specific details, then partnership, copy of partnership deed. So these are the important requirements for registration of a partnership deed. So the partners have to the agreement have to choose the name of the firm. So it should not be the terms like emperor, umpire, empress, king, queen cannot be the name of a firm. It should be other than this, as it is business. So if this firm is once name they have chosen the name, then they have to register the trademark of that for the legal protection. Then name of the firm has to be mentioned, ID proof of the partners, then address proof of the partners, then PAN card, like PAN card, license, driving license, or a election ID card have to be produced. Then nature of the business has to be mentioned. Then place of business have to be mentioned. Regarding place of business, ownership documents have to be produced. So ownership document means whether the place of business is on rent or on lease, or whether it is owned by them. Such details have to be communicated in the form. After that, then copy of the deed has to be enclosed with. So these are the deed. As you all know, deed is a document in which, that is agreement entered into between the parties, in which rights, duties, sharing of loss, profits have been mentioned, communicated to each other. This is what partnership deed is. Then in the specific details, the information like the interest on the amount invested by the partners and credit contributed by them has to be mentioned. Then salaries, commissions, other amount payable to the partners shall be mentioned. So once all these details are filled, other documents like affidavit has to be produced, and this deed has to be signed by all the partners in front of the notary. This is another important requirement. Then they have to submit it to the registrar of a firm, so which shall be situated in every state, uh, or in, at the capital place. This registrar of firm shall verify, examine, check, cross-check all the details, and if it is satisfied with the documents produced and the form filled by the partnership firm, it shall issue the certificate of registration to the parties, that is to the firm, and enter the name, and that incorporation of the partnership firm has taken place or it has come into existence. So then duration of the partnership firm should also be mentioned. So duration of partnership firm means what? How long it will continue, or how long the partnership will go on. This is mentioned in the partnership deed also. So sometimes it may run as long as the partners wishes to run, but it may comes to end by the death of the parties, or if they become insolvent, or such other reasons. The duration varies. This is regarding the another aspect to be mentioned in the specific details, in general details as well. Then the in registration of firm can be applied for before the formation of the company. There is no hard and fast rule that it has to be registered before the formation of the company. So even after the formation of the company, when the company is in continuation, the partnership registration can be opted for. It is optional. It is left to the partners of the partnership firm. Then if at all any alterations have to be made in the partnership deed regarding the name, address, duration, then regarding the constitution of the partners. Constitution of the partners means some new partner enters into the firm, or somebody retires. If there is variation in the constitution of the partnership, then it has to be communicated to the registrar of the firm, and he shall take care of it. So these are the aspects we have to look into regarding the registration of the firm. Having known about the registration of firm, let us take up the next important topic of Partnership Act 1932, that is dissolution of partnership firm. So let us see what dissolution is. So dissolution is discontinuation of the relationship between the partners, resulting in closing down the business. This is the meaning of dissolution. So in dissolution we have two types of dissolution. One is dissolution of partnership firm, and the other one is dissolution of partnership. So in dissolution of partnership firm, the whole firm is shut down, business comes to an end, partners relationship gets terminated. But in case of dissolution of partners, only there is change in the conditions of the terms and conditions of the agreement, but the partner variation between the partners. If A, B and C are running the business and C becomes insolvent, then A and B will continue with that. So there is no closure of the partnership business as a whole. So this is the partnership, and difference between partnership, dissolution of partnership firm and dissolution of partnership. Then let us see the different modes of dissolution of partnership firm. That is, the first mode of dissolution is by way of mutual agreement. Just as partnership comes into existence by voluntary agreement between the parties to share the profits of a business, the business which has to be legal, lawful, profit. Two partners are necessary. Maximum number of partners should be 20, and mutual agency has to be there. Nature of liability has to be taken care of. So in the similar way, by the mutual agreement, the partnership can be dissolved. That is one way of dissolving the partnership. Then the second way is mandatory or compulsory dissolution of partnership. So here, though their partners are willing to continue with the business, they cannot run the business. The reason is the reason one of the reason is the partners have become insolvent. Insolvent means they are not in a position to pay the liabilities, or they do not have money to run the business. They have become the insolvent. Then compulsorily they have to dissolve the partnership. Then if in another reason is if the partnership is unlawful, business is unlawful, though when the business was started it was considered as lawful, but the government passes on such a law that it turns to be unlawful, then also compulsorily the partnership firm stands dissolved. This is the second mode of dissolving the partnership firm. Then the third way is by giving notice. So as the partner voluntarily agrees, enters into agreement, he may willfully come out of it, but the condition is he has to give a notice to the other partners. By giving notice also, the dissolution of partnership firm takes place. Then the fourth mode of dissolution of partnership is by way of happening of an event. So happening of an event means an event occurs. So what kind of event occurs? One is by way of death of a party. Then on such thing, it is not possible to run the business, or if the purpose is fulfilled. So the partnership was to build a construction of a bridge, and if that is fulfilled, then automatically on occurrence of such event it has to be dissolved. This is another mode of dissolution of partnership. Then the last mode of dissolution of partnership is by order of the court. If the court makes an order to dissolve, then the dissolution of partnership takes place. So on dissolution of partnership, what has to be done is all the assets, selling of assets takes place. So assets means what? Asset is something from which partners are getting income, they are benefited. So such assets should be sold out, and liabilities, payment of liabilities have to be made. For this they have to open a realization account. So this realization account is opened, can be opened only after the dissolution of a firm, partnership firm, and then they have to debit it to the, debiting means there is reduction in the account holder's account, and it is transferred to the creditor's account. So this way it has to be cleared. So this was all about registration of partnership firm and dissolution of partnership firm. Rest of the topics we will take up in the next upcoming videos. Thank you.